guys, it's Ivy. Welcome back to my channel and my kitchen. Today I have been working my little booty off in here preparing a alkaline vegan burger and fries combo for you. So if you want to know how to have a delicious burger and fries on a Dr. Sebi approved alkaline vegan diet, stay tuned. And just so you know, a lot of the recipes that I do on my channel, I'm trying them out and taping them at the same time. So they're not going to be perfect. Today, my fries came out a little funky, but at the end of the day, they taste good and they meet the guidelines of the alkaline vegan diet. So I definitely wanted to share them and also make them for me. This is my dinner, honey. If you've watched so far, please hit the like button below, and thanks for watching.
Okay, let's get started with the bread that we'll use in place of the hamburger buns. 1 cup of Kamut flour and 1 cup of chickpea flour. Kamut flour was not available at my local grocery store, so I used millet flour instead. Millet is not on Dr. Sebi's approved nutritional guide, so try to find Kamut flour online. I also used 1 teaspoon of sea salt and 1/4 cup of grapeseed oil, and mix all of that together. The grapeseed oil didn't mix in that well, so it was a little lumpy. I'm also slowly adding in a cup of sparkling spring water, and you just want to fold it in. Because my dough was a little lumpy from the grapeseed oil, I did use a hand blender to blend it up a little bit, and then I added the rest of my sparkling water. I added about 5 to 6 tablespoons of aquafaba that I have whipped up with that same hand blender. Aquafaba is the liquid or reduction that comes from cooking chickpeas. You can make your own aquafaba by cooking chickpeas and then doing a reduction on the liquid, but I got mine from the packet of cooked chickpeas that I bought, and I will show that later in this video. Whipped aquafaba kind of mimics eggs, so it will help bind the bread together. Just like the spring water, we're going to slowly fold in the aquafaba. And we are finally ready to pour it into a baking dish. It would be great if you have some silicone bun baking sheets to get that bun shape, but I didn't have that, so I'm using a regular bread dish, and I'm putting that in the oven on 350 for about 45 minutes. You have to eye it and do a knife test. You might need to take it as long as an hour, and then I put mine on broil for a few minutes at the end just to make the top a little golden brown. While that's cooking, I am going to start working on the burger patties, and in the food processor I have about 8 ounces of baby bella mushrooms chopped up, and I'm adding the chickpeas. I think this is 16 ounces. This is the container I got the aquafaba out of, by the way, and I'm just going to blend these up in the food processor. You can really use any type of mushroom that you like. I think oyster mushrooms would work well. I actually got this recipe from Alkaline Meal Ideas on YouTube. She has a recipe very similar to this, and I'm just tweaking it for me. I'm adding about half of a small red onion and half of a large red bell pepper, a few teaspoons of the aquafaba just to moisten it up. You blend it up until it gets to this mixture. Some of the vegetables are still chunky, and I'm just adding some seasoning, maybe 2 teaspoons of onion powder, red pepper flakes, maybe about a teaspoon of those, some cayenne pepper, probably about a teaspoon of that. I just eye stuff, so I don't even know how much. And I also added about a teaspoon of dill and a teaspoon of thyme, and then just mix that all up. Add about 2 to 3 tablespoons of chickpea flour to thicken and hold the patties together a little bit better. Heat up some grapeseed oil on medium to high heat, and then you can place your patties in and fry them on both sides for about 2 to 5 minutes. You really just have to pay attention to how quickly they're cooking, and they held together really well. Now my fries did not turn out exactly how I wanted them. They were still good, but I'm going to have to perfect this recipe. But basically, I started out with some butternut squash. I chopped it up into fries and then I froze it. And when I was ready to use it, I took it out and let it thaw out. I would suggest using fresh butternut squash though. And I basically took the mixture from the bread. I took about 1/4 cup of that and added a little bit of chickpea flour and a little bit of water and some spices such as cayenne. And then I rolled the fries in chickpea flour first, then put them in the batter, and then just placed them on some parchment paper to go in the oven. I did half of the fries like this, and then the other half of the fries I just sprinkled on some sea salt, cayenne, and sprayed it with grapeseed oil. So I put these in the oven at 440 for about 15 minutes. Then I turned them over and cooked them for another 7 to 10 minutes. They turned out okay, but this bread turned out really great. It's very dense. I probably won't use it for a hamburger bun again. However, I have tons of other ideas for this bread. So stay tuned to see how I use this bread in the future on my channel. But it did work out well this time. So I cut it into a square and then just cut it in half. I could have cut it into 3, slices because again, it was very dense, but it was cooked all the way through, as you can see, and it was really good. So I just plated my burger. I had some fresh lettuce, onions and tomatoes. I love red onions. And then I topped that with some sprouts. These are kale sprouts, so they are still Dr. Sebi approved. Of course, no burger is complete without fresh avocado. You can make your own condiments. However, I was not about to do that. So I just used organic ketchup and mustard. This meal took long enough and I was ready to eat. So this is the final result. My burger and fries were awesome. The burger and fries were really great. Again, I'm going to perfect the fries to make them a little bit more crispy, but they definitely tasted good. And I am in love with the patty for this burger. So please try this if you are about that alkaline vegan life. Thank you for watching. Please like this video, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.